Hi, I'm Kendra Onixxx.
And I'm Gia Ferrari, and you're watching the Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 3, Episode 4, BOUView!
Mama.
Welcome back, guys, to Episode 4 of Dragula. Oh my god, what did you think of this episode?
I thought this episode was so whimsical. It was fun. It was fantasy. It was even deadly. It had everything you needed in it.
Honestly, I'm not usually a big fan of acting challenges because I'm not an actress, so I can't really tell when someone's good or bad.
No.
But I thought this one was, it was kind of cute. I like the idea of the Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know about Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know. The only thing I know about Dungeons and Dragons is what I saw in this episode.
Yeah, so...
And I don't even think they explain the game too much. I know you roll a dice and you get some life, I guess.
But this episode started off with some Dealrama with Miss Dahlia Black, Madeline Hatter. Okay, so first of all, when Madeline came back in from, she survived extermination, one thing that really annoyed me was Dahlia Black. She was just kind of just like...
They made it so dramatic. It was like she didn't want to talk to anybody. And she even said before she even walked in, she's all, I lit some candles. Hopefully evil is out of the room.
Yeah, no, but what just annoyed me was that you could tell she wanted someone to ask her, what's wrong, Dahlia? When she was like...
However, I do love Dahlia Black. And you could clearly tell that something was bothering her. But it just seems like, well, the way it was cut and edited and everything, it just seems like everybody pretty much didn't give a about her feelings.
Madeline was back.
She back.
And so,
she ain't dead.
So was Hollow. They both back for the Dungeons and Dragons. So the challenge that they got was they rolled the dice and they got like these character traits. It was like Dark Elf and
Rogue, Bard,
Orca, and like a Dragon of the Abyss. Like I said, I don't know,
but the characters were cool. They were very, very cool. And this was the first time they went on location this season.
I know you got to go on location this season. How was that, like, doing it different, like, outside of the studio?
It was fine. It was just waking up so early to meet the car, to get to the destination, and it was like over 100 degrees when we filmed. I don't know the weather was there, but it was over 100 degrees when we filmed.
I wonder where they went because that was some nice scenery.
Yeah, it looked like they weren't in California, even though I know they were. But clearly,
nowhere in California is that green.
Yeah,
especially
right.
in Southern California.
Maybe they went to like Northern California.
That far?
They went to San Francisco
Amazon
the first season.
Budget. So before we get into the floor show, Israel came in with like this thing that said, there's a key hidden in this room. Yes. You gotta find it.
It was like a cute little riddle.
Yeah.
That the key of life and death is in the boudoir.
Somewhere.
Which is, side note, which is so funny because I wasn't here during the first episode, but it took so long for Dragula to come out that Israel's beard turned gray. I just thought that was funny, and you could really see it on this one.
I didn't even notice, but Dahlia ended up finding that key, so she got to have a special, like...
Key of life and death.
It was like an incentive, which we will talk about when we get to the exterminations later.
Before we get into the floor show, let's talk about the Boulet's looks this episode. Like, Dragmorta is slaying with all that thigh meat.
That girl, her leg out like Angelina Jolie on that red carpet.
She had all the thigh meat out, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, the headpieces were gorgeous. The black, everything, they look stunning.
Perfect. Stunner.
All right, so let's get into these looks. First up, we have Miss Dahlia Black. What did you think of her?
I really, really liked her look, and I liked how they had her start in the water because she's also really blue, so it looked like she was like a kind of like an elemental elf, if you will.
I enjoyed her. When I first saw her look, I actually gasped because I thought she looked... I thought she looked stunning. This was before I saw the other contestants that used prosthetics. But to me, just first seeing her, I thought she looked amazing. She really reminded me, I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I've seen a couple episodes and a few posters. She reminded me of those, I don't know what they are, like the blue...
Oh, the little ice demon thingies?
Yeah, the ice demon. That's what she looked like. But I thought she looked stunning coming out of that water. Her outfit itself...
Her outfit was cool. It was like a leotard with like a flowy chiffon kind of thing. But I just want to know how many breastplates did she bring?
She brought all of the breastplates.
She has a white one, Now we know she has a blue one. She has a skin tone one.
Unless she's painting them all, but that probably takes a lot of work.
Exactly. But I mean, her look overall, it was good.
She looked good.
Next we have Maxi Glamour. So what do you think about Maxi?
That was Asia O'Hara wearing a fish mask. That is what they remind me of.
100%.
It was Asia's fish mask with a Shakira costume.
It was like, I mean, it wasn't super bad.
It wasn't.
But it looked like Asia O'Hara's long lost warrior princess sister.
They didn't look terrible, but
they didn't look bad.
Yeah.
It was just them versus everyone else.
So then we have Madeline Hatter. How do you feel about Madeline?
I really like this of Madeline. It was something different that we haven't seen her do. She didn't have on red hair.
Oh.
And her skin was like a mint green color, which, as we all know, mint is like one of my favorite colors, so I might be biased of that. But what I really didn't like about it is that her hair was too done, because I know that was one of my critiques. If you're supposed to be like a cave-dwelling necromancer, why you got a swoosh and your hair is all perfectly coiffed?
Yeah, I wish it was either bigger, like teased in a really like messy kind of way. Her makeup didn't look terrible. Like I've been saying the last few weeks, she hasn't been standing out to me. This week was no different. She was describing in the boudoir like she was making like this type of like
a scale kind of hooded thing.
And I couldn't really see it.
She had it on.
I know. I saw
for like a little bit of the time, but
yeah,
if that's the focal point of your costume.
I wish if she was gonna go with scales, she would have made a headpiece instead of a wig, a headpiece with scales or something. I don't know.
She should have like incorporated the scales kind of into her forehead, so it'd be like a continuous kind of moment as she wanted.
Yeah, she looked
instead
good.
Of a second as she got.
She looked good. She's talented. She knows how to do makeup and make looks. But
I didn't like her shoes either.
Didn't really stick out to me. Sorry, Miss Maddie.
And now, of course, we come to the Crimson Chin. So what'd you think about her look?
Priscilla Chambers. I thought her look was not extravagant, but she sold it with her floor show performance. She came out as like a drunk elf, and I thought it really worked.
It was believable. I mean, if I was her, I probably would have gotten drunk. So it was like less acting, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like her look itself was
minuscule.
Okay, but the way she presented it was top notch for me. I loved the idea of a drunk elf. It's hilarious to me.
Her acting was definitely better than her look, but her look was far from bad.
And now we have Miss Louisiana Purchase.
Yes.
What did you think of Louisiana?
I loved Louisiana's look. I thought she got like an elf priestess, I think. And it was very, very royalty. She had like the little stones in her ears. I just wish she had more like of a loincloth moment on the bottom, like short in the front, because you know she liked to show off the legs and that poussoir.
That's
and then
right.
Like long in the back so it could catch the wind while she's twirling her baton and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I thought she looked incredible. She looked really soft, but just really beautiful, and the rhinestones that she put on her ears and her hair looked great. I do agree that it was kind of just like a leotard. Take away everything that elf-like or whatever. She could go perform a Beyonce song at any club. So I agree that it could have been, like a loincloth flowing in the wind, or a dress to open in the front or something. But she looked great.
This was the best look so far. So to me, I'll say for me, so I don't get red in the comments. This was the best look to me so far. Okay, so next on the chopping block, we have HalloWeave. So what'd you think about Hollow?
I thought she looked good. It wasn't, again, my favorite of the night. But she had like, she came out first of all with like a crossbow. She had a hood over, so she was kind of mysterious and coming out and she took off the hood and shoots bitches. I thought, again, not my favorite of the night. She didn't look bad. She didn't look great. She just looked decent to me.
I loved it. It looks like she's been in a couple fights. She has the ghostly dead eye, the scar over the eye. She just looks like a spy bitch that will kick your ass. And I enjoyed it. And the hair was done.
The hair was.
The hair was done.
Mama. So next we have Landon Sider. What did you think of this handsome fella?
I loved Landon's look. From head to toe, he painted himself completely purple, it looked like. He had the prosthetic chin. That hair was done too. done.
Done.
When I say done, that was done. You gotta add a T on it. That's how good it was.
Done. What I love about Landon is that, and I said this a few BOUviews ago, I think it was for the Meet the Monsters. A lot of drag kings think that it's just drawing on a little beard and wearing a wife beater and performing to Eminem. Landon Cider understands that even if you're a drag king, you still have to do makeup, hair, costume.
You still have to have that flair to stand up to the drag queen. And Landon has it.
Landon does it. And honestly, he is one of my top contenders to make that top 3.
Definitely.
I love him. He did incredible today. A+ mama on tonight. Oh.
Next we have Eva Destruction. So what'd you think about her look?
I loved her look. She had like some sort of lizard
reptilian thing.
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the dice rolling, to be honest. But her look was incredible. I thought she really got into the character when she was like doing her little tongue, like tasting the air, like McDonald's or something. When she flicked her tail, and how she had the heelless shoes and covered it in fabric, so it looked, everything was very cohesive. She looked amazing.
She really did. Like from literally her also from head to toe. Like she had
to tail.
Head to tail. H to T. But she had the dreadlocks, she had the feathers and the dreadlocks, she had the armored bustier with the feathers and the armor. She had, the tail didn't even look janky. It was like a nicely made tail. And as we both know, because we've had tails made, tails can go good or bad. And in this case, it was good.
Really good.
And then the accent on the heels, like you said, she had the heelless shoe with the fabric on it. It was amazing. It made her look more animalistic. I mean, that's an A+. Definitely.
Amazing. All right, so after the floor show, they had this acting challenge, which basically the basic storyline was they had to go through this maze and find the demon's blood that'll grant them...
whatever.
I don't know, something. And so they all got their chance to shine. A few standouts. Anybody stand out to you?
I thought Halloween was really good. She had like her accent from beginning to end. I also really liked Eva Destruction. Like you said, she had like her little going on when she was smelling and all that good stuff. I also really liked Landon. I might be biased because, you know, that's my dude.
I like Landon, actually, but I do agree with what the judges said, that maybe he should have had a little more variety in his vocal inflections, something like that.
Ooh, she looks a quality.
Like, there was a moment when he said "on tonight" or "not tonight." From, it was Loris's iconic quote. And I feel he could have definitely added a little more flair to it.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
He said, not tonight.
But I mean, it's an acting challenge. Like I've always said, I'm not the biggest fan of these, only because
she's not an actor.
I'm not an actress, so I can't really judge one. Though I will say that Dahlia Black is not a good actress. Sorry about it.
All right, so during deliberations, the Boulets revealed what the key was actually for.
So the key was life and death. So Dahlia Black, she got to choose either life, which was she saves herself automatically from being in the bottom, or death, which was she automatically sends one of her competitors to extermination no matter how well they did.
But the catch was she was only able to decide before they even did deliberations.
Yeah, which I thought was good, because obviously if I would have heard the deliberations and be like, oh shit, I kind of suck, I'm gonna save myself.
Of course.
So choose now.
What would you have done?
I think I probably would have saved myself. I'm not, I don't think I could have sent anybody home or sent anybody to extermination. Unless it was you, I probably would have sent your ass.
She a lying bitch. She loves sending people home, but I would have chose myself only because, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta look out for number one.
Which is yourself.
Your damn self.
So she chose herself, which was a good choice, because apparently she would have been in the bottom.
She would have been in the bottom too. And justly so, because everybody else was so good this episode.
And her acting was not
It wasn't up to par. So after the deliberations, it was revealed that the top two were Landon Cider and Eva Destruction. Do you agree with those two?
Yes, they both definitely did a great job. I think Hollow could have also been up there, but...
And I feel like Louisiana could have been up there as well.
Louisiana was pretty good, but Landon and Eva, amazing job. The winner ended up being...
Eva Destruction!
2 weeks in a row. she ended up winning.
Yes.
She did incredible.
She did amazing.
She looked good as a lizard.
Amazing.
Great job.
Amazing.
Not a singer either.
Sing. But Landon also did well. So those two were safe. Hollow ended up being safe. Louisiana Purchase was safe. And so was Priscilla Chambers. Which leaves the bottom two as Maxi Glamour and Madeline Hatter. And don't forget, Madeline Hatter is only there because her drag granddaughter
saved her own ass.
Exactly.
So then we find out that the extermination was gonna be some sort of heckling. They're gonna be walked down the
They're gonna be walked down the town. The townspeople are gonna be throwing things at them and heckling them.
So then Miss Madeline Hatter has some sort of meltdown.
Not even some sort of. She had a meltdown.
She's like, "Are you kidding me? Because it echoed in the woods. And she was like,
she was definitely part of Team Extra this episode.
She was losing it. She was saying that her career was gonna be over. And
she said this is what she told you about. She didn't want to be humiliated.
Yeah. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? And then all the producers were there, and then she's like something about I'm not gonna calm down, Clint, or I don't know.
Yeah, she's like, the big picture, Clint.
Yeah, that's what it is. The big picture, Clint. It was, I don't know, I was like, what the heck is going on? And then we get to the extermination, and it's a food fight.
It's just like a food fight and a roast, pretty much.
Like, really, Madeline? I don't know. I honestly feel like if she was worried about her career, her little breakdown might have done more.
Yeah, that might have hurt her more than the heckling. Because obviously, at the end of the day, when we sign up for Dragula, we know that there's going to be exterminations. Regardless, obviously you don't know what the extermination is, but once you sign your contract and say, yes, I will be on the show, you have to do the exterminations regardless. If you don't want to do it, don't sign up.
So then they have their little food fight, and they're both trying to make their case about why each of them should stay. And Madeline's like, I should stay because you suck, and you smell, and you fart on me, or something.
She chose to read the girls versus pleading her case.
Yeah, and then Maxi was like, well, I don't talk shit about anybody, so I think that I should stay. And I don't know, it was just a cute little food fight. I would have loved to.
It was fun. I mean, there was hot dogs there. That's like one of my favorite foods, so I probably would have been eating.
The funny part was that when the Boulets were explaining the extermination, they were like, they're gonna be throwing rotting food and all this other crap. It was just stale hot dogs and some brown lettuce. And
a little bit of apples.
Some American cheese. I'm like, I wanted to see some rotten eggs, some clumped up milk, you know?
It was so fun.
I would have thrown up. That's what I would have done. But at the end of the day, who got exterminated? Who head chopped right in half? Or should I say, who got their head chopped right in half?
So clearly it was Maxi Glamour. And her extermination has probably been the best so far, even like in the whole series, to be honest. Because obviously there was like some prosthetics and special stuff made because it literally looked like it was her face that they cut in half.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
It was dope.
I liked Maxi, but they were just not at the level that they could have been.
I liked Maxi. I just felt like Maxi plateaued. The 4th episode was stopping point. I get it. Everybody has to go home. Maxi, we love you.
We do. And you're gone now. Bye, bitch.
Bye. See you later. So that was our episode. Do you agree with what happened? Do you agree with the tops? Do you agree with the bottoms? Do you agree with the mids?
Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell wherever the hell it's gonna be today. And make sure you follow us on Instagram at Miss Gia Ferrari.
And I'm Miss Kendra Onixxx.
And we will see you guys
next week
in a few minutes. So for episode 5, bye.